Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of the Hermes podcast. I still haven't come up with an official proper name for this, but I'm thinking like Hermes Talks, Hermes, I don't know, we'll get it. At the moment, it's still Hermes Update, but yeah, here we are, episode 2. I did not think this would happen at all. There's going to be no audio for this, no video for this one at all. I'm trying still, this was just a YouTube video turned into a podcast, so I'm still trying to figure everything out. And I still feel like I talk like it's a YouTube video. Anyway, we're getting used to it. Okay, all right, we're getting there. There's a few things I wanted to talk about today. So obviously the majority of this podcast series channel is going to be real estate and esports, because that's what I do. That's what I'm in. Maybe a little bit of gaming here and there, but majority of it's going to be a light, off the cuff, basically a weekly wrap up of everything that I'm aware of that's going on in my world and the esports world. So we're going to jump straight into the real estate section of the podcast. And man, this week was so bad. I don't think I've had a worse week I've had a worse week, don't get me wrong, but like, there's this property that I've been trying to sell for like almost 60 days. So it's like 50 days, right? 50 days I've been trying to sell this property. And I've had offer after offer after offer on this property. It's like over like almost 1.5 mil, right? And the owners, the vendors kept saying, no, we want more. Then they were like, we want to get rid of now we just want to take the property off the market. I said, we've got buyers here waiting to buy it. You just got to drop your price just a tiny bit. This is a really good price. This is what it's worth. And they were saying, no, we want to take it off the market. And I'm like stressing, right? Because it's like $40,000 worth of commission, right? It's a lot of money. And the director's like, we need to sell this, get it sold. What are you doing? What do you like? Hurry up. And I was just like, I can't, I'm trying. These people, they don't want to listen to me. I don't know what to do. They don't want to listen. And so like all weekend I was like stressing, man. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I didn't sleep. My girlfriend was like, what's going on? Like, you seem off. I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm just like, it was actually mentally draining the fuck out of me. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to like sleep and just either take it off or like just go away. And so it like got me thinking as to how like vendor management, and how you really, as a real estate agent, you really need to be on the back of your vendors. And if their expectations are just ridiculous, you need to bring them down. And you need to bring them down, and you need to make them understand what is going on, and that this is the market, and that this price, your property is worth this, and this price is amazing. Now, the property was probably only worth 1.4, I'd say. And I got them over $1.5 million for their property. So they made $100 and something thousand. I don't want to give the exact price. Over $100,000 more than what the property was worth. And it was literally draining my life though. And it's just a learning curve, right? Like this is still all very new to me, and trying to figure out and understand the wonderful world of real estate, and how these real estate agents can make a bunch of money, like a ridiculous amount of money, but it's hard work. Like, it's hard work because you got to fight to get everything. You got to fight to get what you want, and you got to fight. And I had this other guy who was trying to buy it from the beginning. So the guy that ended up purchasing it came at like a week or two ago. The other guy who's been trying to buy it from day one was like such a pain in the ass, right? This is what we have to deal with, right? So every day he's on my back. I want to buy the property. I said, give me a price. So he started off mid-range of what he goes, this is what I think the property's worth. I said, cool, it's not going to buy the property, but I'm happy to put it in writing for you. And then he goes, oh, hang on. Nah, I'm going to drop my offer to this. I'm like, you're probably not going to get it, but I'll write it up for you, whatever. I'm presenting the offers to the owner. He's like, okay, all right, cool. Write up the offer. So automatically he's playing games, right? He's just trying to get the property really, really, really cheap. He's playing games. Then I'm like, mate, didn't buy the property. We've got offers at this. Then he's like, oh, I'll put my offer up. And I'm like, okay, but like we already got this other buyer. He's like, I'll put my offer up. Okay, all right. Drops his offer again. He's like, I'll put it in writing. Then he goes, nah, I'll change my mind. All right, cool. So now it's coming to the crunch time, and he's like, mate, I really want to buy this price. I'm like, mate, you really need to give me a better fucking price. You're not going to get it at this price. I'll do this. It's way over budget, and I want a clause in the contract that says if I change my mind in 7 days, I can get out of it scot-free. I said, mate, go find another property. Like, this isn't going to happen. This is not, like, this is ridiculous. You're being ridiculous, and I'm not going to play a part of your game of trying to win this property. If you want to get it, you want this property, you want to get this property, fucking pay for it, mate. So he's not happy. He even went off and messaged the owner, which is really bad. So note to buyers, if there's any buyers listening to this, don't message the owner. And don't play games when you want to buy a property, right? This guy was like up and down and like, I'm not interested. I'm going to walk away. Okay, walk away. You know, like, don't play games. Most real estate agents, well, me anyway, I give me the best price. I'll present it to the owner. If the owner's like, you know, umming and ahhing, I will help you. I will, like, the real estate's job is to sell the property for the best price. If you're giving me the best price, I will negotiate with the owner and say, hey, this is the best price. I know you're here. You can't see what I'm doing right now, but I know you're, you know, up at this price, but they're just here. They're like just underneath. I think, you know, make a compromise and, you know, maybe we can get them down on settlement and we can, you know, sell the house way quicker. So don't play games with real estate agents. It's just not fun. Real estate agents aren't there to like fuck around. They've got 50 other buyers to deal with. And you trying to get the property as cheap as humanly possible just isn't going to help your case. And even vendor management. You've got to be able to manage the vendors' expectations and let them know where the market is so that when you do get a great offer, they accept it and it's not a back and forward and you're not stressing and you're not losing sleep over it, because this week has really been a hell of a week. And I was literally so mentally drained from one sale, like just one property is just mentally draining. I got 4 other ones to deal with at the moment. Like, it's just, you can't have it. You've got to manage. The mental game is just so important, and mental health in real estate is just crazy because you've got so many people. You've got people's biggest asset, like millions of dollars worth of property. And you got people trying to buy it and they love the property, they want to move in and it's the, you know, most amazing thing, and they got vendors who are like, we want this, and mental health is important in real estate. And I learned trying to take the emotion out of everything. So I feel like part of the deal is like you get emotionally connected to the vendor and you build that relationship with them. And you want them to succeed and you want them to get the best that they possibly can, right? And then the buyers, you get, you know, emotionally attached to the buyers because they want to get a house and they're like, we love it and we're going to grow up here and we're going to have kids and we're going to have a family, and you get attached to it. And so it really clouds your judgment because, you know, you want to get the best for the vendor, you want to get the best for the buyer, and it really fucks you up. And last week, was a real eye-opener to go, all right, man, fuck this. I need to take the emotion out of everything. And even after the deal was done, because I had to get a colleague to help me, I spoke to the vendor and he's like, man, you need to not be an asshole, but you need to be firm and you need to be able to, like, you know, really push what you're trying to do here. He's like, the agent we spoke to, he was like, you know, a bit of an ego, and he was really direct and firm and just said, this is what you're going to do, this is what we're doing. And, you know, it helped. He's like, there was no emotion in it. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I was just looking after trying to get the best for you for you guys. He goes, we're happy. We got a good price, and you know, we just needed that extra bit of reassurance of that pushing. You know, don't be an asshole, but like just be assertive and be firm. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Like take the emotion out of it, because if I didn't take the emotion out of it, the emotion just dry. Emotions are horrible, man. I hate emotions. Emotion when buying real estate is a killer. Emotion as a real estate agent is a killer, because, you know, at the end of the day, you want to achieve the best result, and you can't do that if you're emotionally invested, right? So a lot was learnt this week in real estate land. A lot was learnt indeed. Emotions, horrible. You know, negotiation, playing games, like mental health. Like this week was a massive eye opener in the wonderful world of real estate. I learnt a lot, and yeah, it was definitely very interesting to say the least. All right. That was real estate for the week. Interesting. Market, by the way, is crap still. Well, it's been crap for a while now, but market wrap, Hermes market wrapped is market's crap. So things are still selling really well. Again, this property got over 100 grand more than what it was worth. But it's not a great market. People are trying to get deals. People are trying to play games. People are trying to get things really cheap. So being that real estate agent that you know, takes the emotion out of it, like I've learnt this week, is definitely part of the job to achieving good results in the wonderful world of real estate. So if you're thinking of selling, always, you know, let me know. My real name's not Hermes. That's just what my gaming persona is. I may eventually change it, but I have at the moment my esports and gaming life is kind of separate to my real estate life. But here we are making a podcast about both. So anyway. All right, what's been going on this week in the wonderful world of esports? So, as you guys know, I am the general manager for Team Militia. We're an OCE organization. At the moment, we have just content creators. Everything's mainly Fortnite, right? We have Fortnite Pro Team. We have content creators who do a mixture of things, but majority of the organization at the moment is formed around Fortnite. We are looking at expanding into other games, as I mentioned in the last podcast, but it's just at the moment it's funding. We really need to start getting some revenue into the business, and I'm still trying to find sponsors. So if you're listening to this and you'd like to sponsor us, we would love to take $50,000 off your hand to run us for the next 2 years. And that's going to give us time to get merch. It's going to get us time to expand into other games and get other pro teams. It's going to give us time to be able to find other avenues of revenue. So we're at the point where we're like, this week we're discussing an apparel brand. So having like esports organization, but you've also got the apparel part of the company, and then you've got the esports part of the company, and then you've got the content creation part of the company. So I think esports as a whole is what you're competing in, and that's what you are. But even like, I think an esports organization really is worth nothing, right? Because at the end of the day, with esports organization, you pay your professional players to be on your team. Those players play on your team and they go out and win tournaments, and they keep all the money. Like, you might take a small percentage, but they keep all the money, right? And they grow the brand, right? But the brand can't make any money off that, because again, you're only taking a small percentage of these players' earnings. Unless you're paying them a yearly salary that's massive. These guys live off what they earn, right? They don't win, they don't make money. So you can't really take a large percentage. So what's happening basically is the esports money is the esports side of the organization is just a money pit. You just shove money in there and hope for the best. The apparel side of it and the content creation side of it is where you can make all the money. So the apparel, obviously selling merchandise and apparel, clothing, hoodies, jumpers, pants, whatever, socks, hats, caps. That's what we need. And then you've got the content creation side of thing. That's more like, YouTube videos, streaming, and stuff like that. So at the moment, we're sort of focusing mainly on content. We're trying to focus heavily on content, get the content out of it. But unfortunately, there's a lot of players in this organization that I think need to get kicked out. There is no activity. They're all inactive. Unfortunately, we're not really in a position that we can kick them out, because then we'd have nobody, and we can't exactly pay people to come. So I think at the moment it's going to be, we can put out the content we can put out, but we've really got to start focusing on player management, and building a website and getting some, jerseys. I think we're gonna do a run of jerseys at the start, and then we can expand from that. But at the moment, it's just pulling money in. So the real hard part about esports is finding that money. Now, unfortunately, also the fact that esports at the moment is a lot of people are obviously investing in it, but I think it's slowed down, especially in Australia. Australian esports scene is very small. So unless you are heavily self-funded, getting investors into it is hard. And that's the trouble I'm running into at the moment, is people that I've spoken to don't want to invest in just an OCE team in Fortnite that's not going to make them any money, right? Especially when you're asking for $50,000 because you got players who want $1,000 a month. It's $12,000 a year. You pay 2-3 of those, the money's gone. Finito, finished, out of here. So it's really $50,000. It goes nowhere. But are those investors going to get their $50,000 back? No. So either you have to sell a portion of the company, but again, these companies don't really exist because it's just an OCE team. So I think with Team Militia at the moment, it's really going to be a matter of, we've just getting the place organized and maybe finding new creators. Because we're severely lacking in the content side of things, and a lot of the players are very blasé. They don't really give a shit. They're not paid. I get it, but I get that at the same time they're not worth getting paid. So it's interesting in that aspect. But they stream, like themselves. They're good. They stream. They're a decent brand for themselves. Like no one's huge and massive, but they're doing good for themselves. It's just like as a team, they're not really participating much as a team. But I implemented Monday.com. I don't know if anyone knows that. It's like a CRM management. It's like a management system. I don't know what else they use out there, but I imagine most of the organizations are using some sort of program and not just operating at a Discord. So we started using Monday.com, and that's going to be our everything. So content calendar, it's going to be like a roster management, it's going to be employee management, it's financial calendar, financial accounting stuff. So that's all in the one thing, which is really handy. And Monday's pretty flexible. You can put as much information as you want in there, and you can manage everything. So Monday.com's been really good. That was a good implementation. Now it's just getting everyone to build upon it, because it's a hobby for most of us, and we're gonna try and drive it. It's just not working. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go more hardcore now, because it's just I don't really feel the need to invest money at the moment, because it's not really going there. And then as soon as I start putting money in, then you're gonna want things a certain way, and then I kind of want ownership. So it's like, as long as I don't have to invest money and I can grow it, and the owners are amazing. You got Straight and Fob. They're really, really, really good at operating. They're both very. They both understand that this is a hobby. They both understand that the funding that we have can last us essentially forever. We're not going anywhere. We're spending money very smartly. and they also understand that they also want it to grow. They also want it to grow and be big. So unfortunately for us at the moment as a organization, it's timing wise. Like obviously me with real estate, I work pretty much 7 days a week. And then when I'm not working, I'm fucking exhausted and I'm resting. But in saying that, they are, they're good. They also work full time, and it's a hobby for them as well. But you know, it's all coming together. I think we're making really good direction, and I think honestly this team can go far. And as long as we can start, you know, we kind of need to set a day aside to just go. We need to do this, and let's do it on the weekend or a night or something like that, and chat more often. But it's. I'm happy. Obviously, we've got FNCS at the moment. We've got a few guys competing in that. So by all means, go check us out on Twitter at Team Militia. But that's kind of going to wrap it up, guys. We've got new management system, so I'm going to let you guys know how that goes. Still looking for investors or sponsors. Maybe sponsors will be the way to go. We're just going to grow the brand a little bit more. And it's just understanding, I'm still getting my head around the business side of everything here, and trying to see what we can do. And, you know, it's hard. It's hard work. Trying to grow an esports team without any money in 2023. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I think next steps for us, I reckon hopefully by the end of the month, we can expand into another team or another game. I'm thinking Valorant. And then I'm also thinking of like a lifestyle content creation thing. So we're going to have to find like a vlogger or something like that. There's lots. I'm going to give you guys another update next week on real estate and esports, but check out FNCS. We've got a couple of guys that are doing really well in that, making some money, and, you know, follow the brand, follow me. I'm trying to document all this on a podcast. So I don't know how good it is or how funny it is, but we're getting there. So yeah, I reckon that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate anyone who does listen to it. They're only 20 minutes. I know most podcasts are about an hour, but I really can't talk about esports for an hour and real estate for an hour because I'm updating you in a week. So until we can get more stuff to chat about, or I get a guest that we can go back and forward with, for now we are 20-30 minute episodes unless we've got something major. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you on the next podcast. Thanks, guys.